Hi guys, welcome back. Well, today I am going to be sharing my bi-weekly makeup bag with you. So I've got my makeup bag here, and as usual, pretty much everything I'm going to be talking about is already applied to my face. So that way, hopefully you can get a little bit of a better idea about what these products actually look like in action. So I will talk about these products in the order that I would normally apply them to my face. So to start, I will show you my primer of choice, and this time it is from Autograph, which is the makeup range at Marks and Spencer's, and this is the Illuminating Touch Radiance Primer. Now this has actually been working really well for me. It was one that I was quite reluctant to even try. Even though I thought it might be really nice, I also thought it might not be the right match for my skin type, as this particular makeup range is kind of targeted towards more mature people, and obviously more mature skin, it tends to be drier skin, and my skin is definitely more towards the oilier end of the spectrum. But this has been working really nicely. It provides a really nice smooth base for my foundation, and I do think it helps to kind of make the look of my foundation a little bit more radiant without that kind of dewy, shiny effect. And I think it also helps to make my foundation last a little bit longer throughout the day as well. So I have been enjoying that one. So next is another kind of primer slash concealer product, and this is from MUA. This is the Pro Base Prime and Conceal, and it looks yellow, and it is yellow. So at first this product was a little bit terrifying to me, and it also felt quite greasy, so I sort of tried it out once or twice and then put it away in my primer drawer and didn't really reach for it again until recently. Now I am actually enjoying this because I'm applying it before my foundation, and I'm finding that way it just gives a little bit extra coverage, and the yellowness is easily covered up with the foundation. And I do think that the fact that it's very pigmented and yellow kind of helps to counteract the dark circles that I get under my eyes, and I think it actually works rather well, to be honest, but I'll have to update you a little bit more once I've tried it out a few more times. Possibly it may make my mascara a little bit more prone to kind of smudging under my eyes, so that's one thing I am just kind of experimenting with, and I'll let you know how that goes when I found out. So for foundation, this one is the Revlon ColorStay foundation. This is for oily and combination skin, and it's in the shade 110 Ivory. This is still the old formulation, as I did stock up and buy quite a few of these a while ago when there was a 3 for 2 offer on at Boots. And I am aware that since then this has been reformulated, and there are a lot of people who have said that they're not as happy with it anymore. So when I'm talking about this foundation, I am speaking about the older formulation, and I am yet to try the newer formulation. Although when I do try the new formulation, I will let you know how I feel about it and whether I think it's as good. But regarding the old formulation, I love this stuff. The coverage is amazing, and it really does last and last all day. So that's the Revlon ColorStay foundation. And for concealer, no surprises once again, the Lasting Collection concealer in the shade number 1 Fair. Of course, most of the writing has rubbed off of that one now, but a really good high coverage drugstore concealer. Something else which regularly pops up in my weekly makeup baskets, and this is a truly holy grail product for me. This is my all-time favourite pressed powder, in fact just my all-time favourite face powder in general. This is the 17 Miracle Matte Pressed Powder in the shade Ivory Porcelain, and it is a oil-free formulation, which is good as oil-free and oil-free work together really nicely, and since I'm using the oil-free foundation, the oil-free powder complements that nicely. So this comes in a really nice mirrored compact with the little applicator. Now I have actually been enjoying this, and I find that using this really helps to just pack on a lot of powder and really set my foundation in a way that makes it last and last and last. So really nice powder, and definitely been enjoying using the little spongy kind of, I forgot what it's actually called, but it is just the little powder puff, I guess. So that's it for my base products. Now moving on to some of my face stuff. So for contour products, I've been experimenting with 2 new products here from Makeup Revolution. Now I haven't tried that much from Makeup Revolution at all, but Superdrug have had on a 3 for 2 across all of their makeup, and I think the offer is still running till the end of this month, or something like the 24th of November. So naturally I have been taking advantage of that, and I've picked up a few products, 2 of them being these mono eyeshadows, and this is in the shade and this is in the shade Delicious. And I think I did mention this one in my October favourites. This is a really dark colour, but it's a really nice cool toned, almost taupey brown. Since that one was so dark, I did actually go ahead and order another similar shade that was just a little bit lighter, and that is Delicious. So I have got Delicious on my cheeks today, and I've used it just to kind of hollow out the, you know, cheekbones, or just underneath where my cheekbones are, and I think that's worked quite well, and it's not as scary as this one. These also work really well for defining the crease in the eye, and they're really kind of pigmented and really blendable. Of course they work really well as contours because they are matte, so really happy and enjoying those ones. To kind of blend out my contour a little bit more, I've been using the NYX blush in Taupe, which of course is something that almost everybody seems to have used at some point, and it is a really good colour for contouring with. It's very cool toned, and it's not super heavily pigmented either, so it's something that you can work with and build up quite gradually. On me, this is actually quite warm. It's not actually super cool toned at all, but it's still way more cool toned than a lot of the contours that are out there, so really been enjoying using that. And for blush, I'm going to be using this Flawless Perfection blush from Max Factor in the shade 225 Mulberry. Now of course the packaging is totally wrecked, and that's because it had some stickers on it, and you know how sometimes you take the stickers off and it leaves a really horrible sticky residue? Well, I tried to get rid of that sticky residue with isopropyl alcohol, and I used a hairdryer to kind of heat it up and then try to wipe it off, and it took off a lot of the plastic shininess. So I tried to get the shininess back with some clear nail polish. That didn't work out too well, so in the end I just put on some stickers and tried to cover it up, but of course it still looks a total mess. So let's just ignore the packaging and instead focus on the product inside, which is really nice. It's a really gorgeous kind of subtle shimmery colour that again is surprisingly warm on me, but a really nice one, and I've definitely been enjoying that and will be continuing to enjoy it for the next week or two. So for highlight, I've pulled out this one from Revlon again, and this is the ColorStay Mineral Finishing Powder. Now again, the packaging looks kind of messy, and that is because this product does kick up a lot of dust and it does have a lot of fallout. It's kind of like, you know, a daily chore to have to go in and clean up the packaging, and I admit I haven't cleaned it up for a few days, so it looks pretty messy. But it's a really nice highlighter, and I really like this for the top of my cheekbones and also for my brow bone and my inner corner. So a really good product there. I think it's been discontinued, but you can probably still find it from a few places, and it's always worth looking on eBay and Amazon for any kind of like makeup products that you've enjoyed in the past but are now discontinued, as there tend to be, you know, a variety of products on there that you can't really find in other places. So that is it for my face products. Now I will move on to my eye products. So for eye primer, I've been using this one from MUA. And this is a really old one that I have had for ages, and it is the Professional Eyes Primer, and it's just a basic eye primer. It's got that kind of greasy consistency, which works really well for making eyeshadow kind of adhere to your eyelid, and it helps it last all day, and it also kind of helps with the vibrancy as well. For my kind of base eyeshadow colour, I used this one from Makeup Revolution, and this is another new purchase for me, and this is called Base, and it's a really shimmery, kind of quite yellowy gold toned cream colour. So this is just all over my eye, right from the lid right up to the brow bone. And to kind of, you know, just add a little bit of definition, I also used the eyeshadows in Delicious and the same ones I used to contour my cheeks with. And then I will be using this eyeshadow from Rimmel just to kind of add a little bit more colour to my eyelid. And this is in the shade 102 Backstage, and this is just one of my favourite eyeshadows. It's so beautiful. I actually have a backup of this eyeshadow. I love it so much. It's really nice, and it comes off quite cool toned on me. Although on other people I think it might come off a little bit more bronzy. So I've also pulled out the 17 eyeshadow in Ivory Coast, just because it's another good one for brow bone highlight and inner corner highlight, especially if I want something a little bit more subtle and matte instead of shimmery. For eyeliner, I've put out a nice one from Rimmel. This is a Scandalized Kohl Kajal eyeliner, and it is in the shade Taupe, and I think that's 004 Taupe. So a really nice one for adding a little bit of subtle definition around the eyes, especially if you don't want something that is kind of a more darker brown or, you know, black. So really nice for daytime wear, and again it kind of blends in with a lot of the other taupey brown shades that I am wearing. So for eyelashes, for mascara, I have got the Maybelline Falsies Volume Express Mascara in the shade Glam Brown, but it is a really dark brown and it practically looks black on my eyelashes anyway. And I have been enjoying this mascara more and more, and I think as it's drying up, it's getting even better. And it's actually lasting a really long time, because I did have a bit of a problem a while ago with mascaras that they just dried up so quickly, or even when they were really new and freshly opened they were flaking, which is really kind of like not what you want, and I hate flaky mascara. But yeah, I've been enjoying this one more and more, and you know, for full price $7.99, probably not that good, but for, you know, a few pounds or £1, definitely worth trying out. Finally, for my eyebrows, I have the MUA eyebrow pencil in the shade Blonde. Again, probably no surprises here. I do tend to reach for this a lot because it's just basic, but it does the trick, and it's £1. To set my eyebrows, I've been using this Maybelline Brow Drama, and I got this from, I think I got it from the 99p shop. So the packaging looks a little bit different, but it's just like the Maybelline Brow Drama. Has that kind of, you know, funky ball applicator on the end. And I only use just a little bit of this to set my eyebrows, as the colour is quite warm and practically orange, as you can tell. So finally, for lips, I've been using the Makeup Revolution lipstick in The One, which is a really nice nude colour, and again another new purchase for me. Over the top of that, I've got the L'Oreal Glam Shine Volumizer lip gloss in the shade 305 Mocha Obsession. And again, another new one for me, but really nice. It does last really well. When I want a different lip colour option, I've got this lovely kind of berry plummy purple one from Collection, and this is the Lasting Colour lipstick in number 10, Berry Blast. And lip balm, of course, I have a few. I have the lip butter in Raspberry Rose. I have the lip butter in vanilla and macadamia. I have the Body Shop Chocomania lip butter and the Vaseline Queen Bee honey flavoured Vaseline. So that is it for this weekly makeup basket. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in another video soon. Bye for now.